Playing video games has always been a source of joy, excitement, and connection in my life, and I'm sure it's the same for many of us. From blowing into cartridges to make them work, we're still not sure if that ever helps, to going into shops that sells pirated CDs of popular video games, to anticipating the latest release of that game everyone talks about on social media. These experiences help us build our passion for video gaming. But what if that passion starts to fade? What do you do when the spark that you once felt for gaming feels like it's slipping away? If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. You are experiencing an issue known as burnout. Burnout can happen with so many things such as work, school, relationships, or even hobbies that once brought you joy, and it's something that I've dealt with multiple times in my life. In this video, I'll share my story, my struggles with video game burnout, and the strategies I've used to overcome it. I played video games nearly every day for a few hours when I was a child growing up. I was so addicted to playing video games that it got to the point where I made fake excuses to not go to school. That is so bad, please do not do that. Anyways, it got that bad where I would just stay at home all day on my laptop playing video games while I dream of building my own PC. Some of my earliest memories involve playing Minecraft on my laptop and emulating the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap on my Android phone. A few years passed and I got myself a PC and a PlayStation Vita. Very cool. This is where I started gaming a lot more than I used to. Games like Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas will fill up my time from when I wake up to when I go to bed. I would even dream of playing those games in my sleep, believe it or not. But then one day, I stopped. I didn't feel like playing a game at all. Not even one. I was experiencing a burnout and I didn't know what was happening to me. At first, I thought I should just play other games. But as soon as I did that, the more I started to not like playing video games. Burnout can creep up subtly. You might notice yourself avoiding games or opening a game only to exit out of it after a few minutes. For me, it often followed intense periods of playing the same game or genre. I'd get hooked, spend hours mastering it, and then suddenly I feel like I couldn't even stand the sight of it. Burnout isn't really about the games themselves, it's about how we interact with them when you play the same game over and over for hours on end, or try to push yourself to master every aspect of it. You're not allowing yourself room to enjoy the game for what it is. Instead, you get caught up with your own expectations, and before you know it, that excitement starts to fade. It becomes less about fun and more about obligation. It's kind of like a relationship. If you focus all your time and energy on one thing without balance or variety, eventually it stops being enjoyable and starts to feel like a burden. Or even a chore, and that's when the burnout creeps in. There are many reasons why burnout occurs, but it's often tied to how we approach gaming. Things like oversaturation, playing out of habit rather than enjoyment, or even putting pressure on ourselves to complete or achieve something in games that can lead from something fun into a source of stress. Sometimes it's not even about the game itself, it's the mindset we bring into it that sets us up for burnout. Just like in real life, expectations can make or break an experience. So in gaming, if you set out to be the best, complete every side quest, or master every game that you get your hands on, the pressure to perform well can quickly replace the fun of simply playing the game. Understanding how your own expectations influence your gaming habits can help you regain control and find that joy for video gaming again. Taking regular breaks from both gaming sessions and from games in general is essential to preserving that long-term enjoyment and interest you have, whether it's taking a few days off or simply switching to a different genre of games. Taking a step back can help you refresh your perspective and reignite your passion for video games. Basically, it's about giving your mind a reset, thus allowing you to return back to your favorite games with a renewed sense of enjoyment. So let me say it again. It's okay to take a break. The game is not going anywhere, so don't force yourself. Anyways, gaming burnout isn't just about the game itself. Having unhealthy gaming habits such as long gaming sessions without breaks, poor posture, or late night marathons I can't say anything about that, can all contribute to feeling mentally or physically drained. So building healthy gaming habits like taking regular breaks and having proper posture is important so you can prevent burnout from setting in. Other than that, trying new things is key to reignite that passion. When I knew I was burnt out, I found that exploring different genres or revisiting some of my old favorite games could reignite my passion, and maybe I'll find some new games to play along the way. But when I do that, I'll put that new game I found in my backlog and play later. I try not to fill up my backlog as that will stress me out badly, so keep it simple basically. Sometimes, trying a completely different gaming experience, like playing a JRPG when you're so used to FPS games, can give you a refreshing change of pace and maybe rekindle that spark. And if that doesn't work, try bringing the social aspect of gaming into the mix, whether it's playing with friends, joining a community, or even live streaming your gameplay to Twitch or YouTube. Gaming with friends or a community may help make it a lot more enjoyable. Maybe it works the opposite way for you. Try playing single player games if you're too used to playing multiplayer games. Personally, I like playing games solo because it helps myself be more immersed into the experience and the story of the game. I just really like immersing myself. I think it's pretty nice. You should try it out. But if you tried everything I said and it still doesn't work, that's okay, as it is very important to realize that it's completely okay to take a step back from gaming for a while. Maybe focus on another hobby or something. I find that building Gundams and hanging out with my friends is like chill as shit. Video games are supposed to be fun, not stressful. Unless you like games like Dark Souls where the stress is fun. But we're not talking about that in this video. Taking a step back when you know you're burnt out is a very healthy choice. You can always come back to the game whenever you feel like you're ready. And when you do, you might find that your passion for gaming is stronger than ever. If you struggle with burnout, I hope you know that you're not alone in this. What I mentioned in these videos are just simple tips, something like a starting point. What's most important is finding what works for you. Again, gaming is supposed to be fun, not stressful. The games will always be there for you, but only when you're ready to enjoy them again. If you found this video helpful, feel free to leave a like or even subscribe. If you have your own tips or experience with burnout, let me know in the comments. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!